As a follow-up to my last post where I talked about Kegel exercises and are they enough, I wanted to highlight a client of mine who was 65 at the time when I started working with her. I worked with her for about a month and she was struggling with chronic low back pain. She was leaking urine. She was also experiencing frequency. So she felt like she needed to go to the bathroom all the time. She would pee before she left the house. She'd pee when she got to the golf course. She'd pee at 9 holes. She'd pee when she was finished. She'd pee when she left the golf course, and so on. So it was really controlling her life. She came to me because she was tired of wearing pads, and she also did not want to end up like her mom, who was in a nursing home in Depends. This should be a big motivator for all of us. None of us want to end up in a nursing home in Depends. So if that's the case, and if that's true for you, we really have to be paying attention to our pelvic floor. So here's what I did with my client. We worked together once a week for 4 weeks. I recommended that she see a pelvic floor physical therapist in conjunction with working together. I also recommended that she see her doctor and ask for local vaginal estrogen, and also for her to start using a vaginal moisturizer. I then gave her some exercises to do, and it was starting out with connecting with the pelvic floor, working on her alignment, and then coordinating the pelvic floor into movement. So that's the ABC approach: alignment first, checking in with the breath, then working on coordination. Alignment, breath, and coordination. I gave her some exercises. It was probably about 15 minutes per day, and I met her once a week and progressed her each week for those 4 weeks. By the end of that 4 weeks, she had already noticed a reduction in her back pain. And by 2 months, she had noticed a huge reduction in the frequency, the number of times she was going to the bathroom, and also the leaking. And then she sent me a follow-up at 3 months. So this is after working with me for a month and then working on her own for 2 months, also seeing a pelvic floor physical therapist a couple of times and starting to use vaginal estrogen. Her back pain was completely gone. Her leaking was completely gone. Her frequency was completely gone. She was back in control of her life and she felt absolutely elated. With the right information, it doesn't take a lot of time to overcome leaking, to overcome back pain, to overcome prolapse symptoms, whatever ails you or whatever could potentially ail you down the road. So we have to be thinking about this preventively as well. The pelvic floor is a really, really key part of the body. And with age, we lose muscle mass, we lose collagen, and we also face menopause, which can influence the tissue with a reduction in estrogen. So pelvic floor physical therapy, Buff Muff exercises, you can find those in my Buff Muff app, and seeing your doctor and talking about local vaginal estrogen are 3 things that I help can maintain our pelvic floor health for life.